Today we've got a couple of these old Benjamin 312s, and you know, they get so badly abused and tore up, and you know, you find these at a yard sale or something like that, and they're just beat to hell, and people have done all kinds of unspeakable things to them. Sometimes you find like this one here, where they lost the pin out of there, and they decided, well, we'll use whatever we have, and so they went ahead and they made it work. And these type of guns, well, here's another one here with the same kind of a situation where they lost the pin out of there, and so they went ahead and you know, got themselves set up like this. This one also has barrel separation here. You can see the barrels coming apart from the tube. And so this is a basket case too. And I got to thinking, I remember reading a post on one of the airgun forums, and there was somebody asking about driving the valve out of their Model 312, their Benjamin 312, that was their grandpa's gun or something like that. And he says, you know, I'm pounding, basically what they were doing was putting some sort of a metal rod down through the tube here and pounding. And you know, even with the big hammer, you're probably not going to get it out, and the reason you're not is because it's actually soldered in here, and so it's very difficult to pound it out with a hammer. So what we're going to do today is take this one, and we're going to sacrifice it for the good of the group here. This gun apparently belonged to Ed. What we did is, this was a basket case beyond saving, and so what we did is we took it apart. So we can see the internals on it here, and we're going to take a look at these with all the parts in, but you can see we've got it's opened up the tube here, and then on the other end here, we've opened up the tube with the compression chamber. This is the tube, this part here, and your pump cup comes down here, and I'll put that in a little bit. There's a little hole right here, and here's your compression chamber. This has been soldered in at the factory, so you can't really tap it out in these older guns. And just, you can see there's, you can see there, here's the valve seat, the check for the check valve. The air comes in here, flows through, there's your check valve. Here's the first step where there's a step right here where there's a washer, another spring for the exhaust valve. The transfer port actually sits, you can't see it, but directly under this here, in this area, is the transfer port from the valve to the barrel. And then you can see the threads here for the retaining nut. And so what we're going to do is I'll put this all together with the parts, and then we'll take another look at it and how the mechanism operates. Okay, here we are. We've got what I've done with the Benjamin here is, with our Ed gun, I suppose you'd call it, is I went and cut it so you could kind of see what happens. The tube's cut here, and then down into the valve as well, so you can kind of get a sense of what's going on with it. And the way these operate, it's pretty straightforward. You've got the pump, of course, with the pump cup. Pump cup would be down here, just ahead of the check valve. So what's going on with it is when you pump it, you're pushing the air here, compressing it, and when that pressure gets high enough, it pushes this check valve off of the seat there, and the pressurized air goes into the compression chamber, which is basically from here to here. So you can see as you pump, Let me back this up a little bit here. As you pump, you can see the pump rod down here. When people talk about headspace, what they're talking about is this distance right here between the bottom of the pump cup and the seat of the check valve here. And you can see this is somewhere 1/8 of an inch, maybe 3/16, something like that. So this is air that you've compressed, but it's not doing you any good in the valve itself. It's just sitting right there. As a matter of fact, if this gap is too far, it can put pressure on your pump lever to open up. So the Benjamin has the adjustable pump rod here, so we could adjust that headspace out and get rid of it up at this area here.